Hormaposh Queens. It's been a while, guys. Thank you for stopping by. If you're a new subscriber, you're welcome. This is Hormaposh Beauty and Skincare, where we'll teach how to tie gele, how to do makeup, how to make your skincare product from scratch. If you're an old subscriber, thank you for sticking behind. So today, let's get to business. So I'm here to teach you how to apply your makeup like a pro. Just watch this tutorial step by step and then apply this tutorial, this step-by-step guide. Then you achieve a flawless party glam. So guys, let's get to work. First off, I'll be starting with my skin prep. Skin prep is very important, very, very essential in your makeup routine because you need to prep your skin. Your skin has to be hydrated. Your skin has to be moisturized for you to take all of the makeup in, for the makeup to sit in well, and then for the makeup to last long. So you need to do your skin prep. So I'm going in with my Niacinamide serum from Maybelline, and then NYS face glue, and then my setting spray is very important. I start with my setting spray and then I use my setting spray along during the process and then after, and then I prime my face. Afterwards I start my makeup proper. So I usually like to start my makeup with my foundation. So I match my skin, make sure that my foundation is well blended. My foundation is well blended now. The next thing I'm going in with is my concealer. You want to use a light shade, like it's like 2 shades lighter than your skin tone. For your concealer, it depends on what you want to achieve. I like my under eye to be very, 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 very bright, depending on the occasion or the event or the purpose of the makeup. So for this makeup, I like my under eye to be very bright, so I'll be using a very light shade of concealer for my and setting powder for my under eye. So I'm doing this on purpose because I want my under eye to be very, very bright. So to sculpt your face, you want to follow this 3 step. Your concealer goes in under your eyes, your blush goes on your cheekbones, and then the bronzer goes below the cheekbones just immediately after the blush. Then you want to blend in everything and make sure it is well blended, no harsh lines. Please try as much as possible to blend it well. If you are very good with brush, use your brush. If you're very good with beauty blender, your beauty sponge, use your beauty sponge. And then afterwards, I'm going to be setting my face. I'm going to be using a setting powder that is translucent and it's very close to my skin shade to set the concealer, and then I'll be using a light shade of setting spray to bake. Mind you, I'm using a very, very light shade of setting spray to of setting powder to bake my face today, and I'm doing this on purpose because I have what I want to achieve. So let's just go. Let's just trust the process and then just watch along. You would love the outcome of this. Honestly, I must tell you, you would love the outcome of this. I love it and you would love it too. Blending, blending, blending. Blending is key. Blending is very important. Makeup is blending. If you want to achieve a flawless looking makeup, you have to blend and blend and blend. You can't overemphasize blending. And then your setting spray, like I said from the beginning, is very important. I use my setting spray in the beginning. I use my setting spray during the process, like 2 or 3 times during the process, and at the end of the finished look, I use my setting spray and I drenched my face. I drenched my face in that setting spray. That is what is going to seal in the makeup and then make your makeup look flawless, and then you have a very nice well put together look afterwards. So now I'm going in with my blush and my powder blush and my powder bronzer. So the first one, the one that I used earlier on, is the liquid blush and bronzer, and now I'm going in with my powder brush, powder blush, and then powder bronzer to further sculpt my face, to set the liquid product, and then I would blend again. I said blending is very important. You have to keep blending. And now on to the eyebrow. Let's move to the eyebrow. Your eyebrow defines your face, defines your makeup. So I like to follow my eyebrow, my natural eyebrow, when I'm carving my eyebrow with a pencil. I like to use dark pencil because I'm dark skinned. So I like to use dark pencil because my hair is dark. My hair is color one, like black. So I like to use a pencil that is very close to my my eyebrows. I'm just going to draw the lower line and the upper line to join with each other. If you don't know how to carve your eyebrow, I have so many tutorials on my YouTube shorts, even as a beginner, as an intermediate, and as a pro. You can check that out, and I can leave the link in the description box. So now I'm just going in with my eyebrow, and then now my eyebrow is done. As you can see, it's all well put together, and I like to make sure that my eyebrow, the edges of my eyebrow, the inner corner of my eyebrow is looking all natural. So I'm going to be defining my eyebrow with a lighter shade and a shade that is very close to my skin tone. So the inner corner will be a very shade close to my skin tone, and the outer corner will be, that's the tail of the brow, will be defined with a shade that is like lighter than my skin shade, because I need to highlight that part of my face. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? And don't forget to blend. Like I said, blending cannot be overemphasize during your makeup process. Keep blending, blend every step of the way. So I'll blend in the concealer to make sure there are no harsh lines, and then that's it for eyebrow. And then I'm going to use my spoolie to brush out the my natural eyebrow and make sure everything is all set and well blended. And that is it for eyebrow. Setting spray. Blend, blend, blend. Keep blending until you achieve your desired outcome. I'm moving on to my lipstick. So it's basically lining your lip with a darker shade and then using a soft tone, like a neutral tone lipstick or lip stain. And that's just what I'm going to achieve today. So I'm just going to do that very quickly. I don't want this video to be too long. I'm going to do that very quickly and then move to my eyeshadow. So you want to make sure that when you're lining your lips, like, you don't overline the inner corner of your lips. Make sure the pencil does not come out. Like, whenever I get to the inner corner of my lip, I bring my hand down. Like, I don't want that part to be overlined. It's going to make your lip look too big, and you might not like that, except if you want to achieve an overlined full lip glam. So like I said, you have to blend, make sure everything is well blended. I'm still going to go in with a dark shade of with a brown pencil to line my lips again. This, I'm just going to go in with my lip gloss. So let's just keep going. So now I'm moving on to eyeshadow. So like I said, I want a soft glam, but it's a party look. So I want my face to really be highlighted, but the colors will be soft. Do you get it? So that is the kind of soft glam I'm trying to achieve today. So my eyeshadow too is going to be a nude eyeshadow. So right now I'm just going in with my eyeshadow primer. So I went in with a transition color, a shade that is very very close to my skin shade, a dark brown shade. That is the first thing that I went in all over my eyelid. So I'm trying to set my under eye because I know there might be eyeshadow fallout, and I don't want eyeshadow fallout to mess my under eye up. So that's why I just had to set my under eye again, so that any fallout that I have, I'll just have to dust it off. It won't affect my makeup in any way. So that's just a trick. I'm just going in with a transition color, and then after that I'm going to sweep the nude color all over my eyelid. So like I said, I'm using a nude color. I want everything to be nude, 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 even though I want my face to be so bright and highlighted. So I'm going in with this nude shade. For eyeshadow, you need three basic colors. You need a transition color, which is usually a brown color or a brown undertone, something that is very close to your skin shade. And then you need a darker shade to blend in the outer corner of your eye, to blend in the transition color and the eyelid color, you understand? And the third color is the color on the eyelid, which is the pop color that will bring out the effect of the effect of the eyeshadow, you understand? So that's just the basic rule of for applying your eyeshadow. And most of the time you don't need all the colors in the world. You can just work with one or two colors and you will just be fine. Depends on how creative you have with colors. Eyeliner that I got is dried up and I'm really struggling with it, so I just try to use the eyeliner very close to the mirror to achieve what I have here. If you want to know how to do your eyeliner perfectly, I have other detailed tutorial on my page where you can find how to do your eyeliner perfectly like a pro. Very easy step-by-step guide. I'm now lining my waterline, and then I'm going to be using a smudge brush to smudge out the outer corner of my eye to blend in the eyeliner and the eyeshadow to ensure there are no ash lines. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to smooth my under eye with the brown transition color just a little bit. And then you have to highlight every step of this process, of this makeup process. You have to highlight. So now I'm trying to highlight my face in general. So that is the essence of this bronzer that I'm using, or some people call it highlighter. So I'm just going to use it on the T-zones. So when light hits my face, the part that the light is going to catch are the T-zones. So I'm almost like finally done. So I'm just going to use I'm just going to use my makeup sponge to just dab in a little bit doing this. I don't want the eyeshadow residue to be on my waterline, the upper or the lower, you understand? So that's just the essence of using the black pencil on my waterline and my eyeliner. So that's just it. And then I just want to go in with my black pencil again to make sure that the eyeliner on the eyelid is nicely done, thanks to my dried up liquid eyeliner that caused that. And I'm just trying to fix it, and that is it. I'm going to be applying the mascara both on my upper lashes and my lower lashes. Thumbs up for me if you like this video. If you learn one or two, take a very good at the sculpt. Look at my chin. That is the work of a professional makeup artist. Yeah, clock it. If you're watching up to this present moment, please kindly subscribe to this channel, because I can assure you, you'll be getting loads of valuable and educative content. Thank you so much for watching. I love you, and I'll see you in my next video. Ciao, ciao.